The Two Bearded Preachers would like to support the Holderby family and ask you to join us in doing so. This past week, Jen Holderby passed away, leaving behind her husband Todd and 2 beautiful baby girls. If you'd like to help out and you'd like to support along with the Two Bearded Preachers, make sure you go to our Facebook page and go to the GoFundMe account to help them out. We appreciate any and all help so much. Thank you, guys. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that's right, folks. It's your 2 favorite facially blessed individuals, the Two Bearded Preachers. We are aiming to misbehave on this evening, and guess what? We're going to record it this time. Because last week, Martin did what we like to say. We call that pooping the bed. I've done it once, and it was Martin's turn, and now it is...
We're even?
We're even.
We're even, Steven?
We're stinking even.
Should be good.
We're good to go, man. So now it was a matter of time before you messed up the recording too.
Yeah, I'm sure that I've done it before. I just don't remember it. So.
No, you haven't. I've done it.
Oh,
Remember,
okay.
It was the first. I did it the first time we tried to do and we haven't done it since then. Okay, but we tried to bring in a third person.
Oh yeah, we had Mike talk to us.
Yeah. And I don't know. It might have been a mistake trying to bring a third person into our bromance here. But
I enjoyed the conversation. So
I did too. But apparently it didn't work because my audio was all like.
Yeah.
So
no menage a trois.
No. Maybe that was a mistake.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I can understand.
If we want to, we can do it in the future here if we want. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So
well, we did do the conversation last February where you and I and Leon were all talking.
Yeah, but we were all in the same room.
We were all in the same room, and even Leon said that it was mostly him sitting there listening to you and I talk to each other. So maybe this is just how it goes.
I felt like I was just sitting here listening to you guys talk about your lives and stuff you learned, and that was it. Yeah, that's what happens when you put. That's kind of the thing. That's what happens when you put 2 A personalities, together, and we just.
You are. I don't think I am.
Are you sure you're not? I think you're getting some.
I'm developing it because I need to have it. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm developing it, but it's not a natural thing for me. No.
We just like hearing ourselves talk. That's basically what it comes down to.
Absolutely. That's why. Do you talk to yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I talk to myself all the time.
Yeah. I talk to myself.
It's getting bad. I think I might have something wrong with me.
Yeah.
Really.
I talk to myself quite frequently. You know what'll happen too is I will be like writing my sermon in public, and I will actually start to preach it out loud while I'm sitting there. I do it all the time.
That's how I write my sermons. Is I go into the sanctuary and I sort of do laps around the place, and I will do laps for maybe 1.5, 2, 3 hours, just doing my sermon and figuring out my points, and that's before I even go and write it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go and I'll read my text, and then I'll sort of develop it while I'm wandering around the sanctuary. After that, I'll go and I'll write up my notes.
Yeah. You know what I did today?
So,
I did today. I was like, because I'm writing this series on holiness, and I'm talking about like the holiness of God. That's where you start when you talk about holiness. You don't start with yourself. You start with the Creator. All right.
Yeah, you probably should.
Little tip for everybody. Okay, right out there. But anyways, I was like finishing up. I'm in Starbucks, and I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I head to the bathroom, and I'm in there, and I get done. I'm washing my hands, and I'm looking in the mirror. And you know what I start doing? I start preaching in the mirror.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, and I do one of my points, and I was like, oh, this is going to sound weird if someone's like outside the door waiting, like, hey, come on, what's going on in there? Who are you talking to? Oh, just myself. Normal. My fake congregation in the mirror.
I'm working. That's all I got to say is I'm working. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out.
Yeah, you are.
I've not done a whole lot of
bathroom preaching
in the mirror necessarily.
The man in the mirror.
I should probably do that because then I can think about my hand motions as well. Huh? Yeah.
When I was
Be a good
first,
idea.
when I first started preaching, I did a lot of in the mirror preaching. I did a lot of it
Really?
because it helped a lot. Now I know my facial thing, my facial gestures. I know my hand gestures so well. I don't do that as much anymore. But when I first started, I was always in the mirror.
Well, my hand gestures are usually just flailing arms, flailing everywhere.
I put my hand out like this a lot.
Lots of-
I do like a little, it's like that.
Okay. Like reaching for the apple.
Yeah, or then I'll be
Reach
like,
for the apple.
I'll reach for the apple. I'll do the reach for the apple, which is underhand kind of, or it's like also like holding like a wine glass between your hands like that,
Okay.
like that, Or then I'll do like, I'll put the hands up, or just, and then, so I use a lot of hand motions.
I do a sweep, like from right to left, both hands across, sweep.
Yeah.
I know I've noticed I've been doing that a lot lately, and I also like to do power, like that.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing my hand forward and up and, like I'm shooting a Dragon Ball kind of thing.
Now, I know I probably shouldn't do this, but sometimes I'll point. And I'll be like, you do that. And I'll do the scan point, so it's not just one person. I'm not just pointing at you, but I'm like, you guys know you all do that. They're all like, you're right, we do. But I'll do the scan point with one.
Nice.
I'll do one across the whole congregation, or I'll do the two where I'm like,
a double.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah,
maybe I should try this. Maybe I should do a sermon in the mirror. That's gonna detract from the number of steps that I take during the day, though. So I'm gonna have to think this through.
You know what? And here's something else because I've been working on it a lot, and the camera that we use now has changed the way I preach.
The Junk Tracker 3000.
The Junk Tracker 3000 has changed the way I preach now. So, but it's in case everybody's wondering why we call it that, is because one day, actually it's happened twice so far, which is really weird. But it happened where it has like the camera that I have it's called a Mevo. I think it's called a Mevo. Can't remember what it's
Junk
called.
Tracker.
And it's basically this like itty bitty little camera. It sits on the front row. It's hardly noticeable, but it's a great picture and everything. Like you've seen it. It looks pretty good, right? But Dana can control it from like back on his iPhone. It's so cool. Yeah. But it has like this tracker. So like you put it on like on my face and it's supposed to track my face. But one time Dana said it started tracking my junk, which was, I was just like, oh, that's horrible. It's a horrible idea.
It's not ideal. Not ideal at all.
It's definitely not ideal at all. So anyways, that's why we call it that. But that little camera has caused me not to pace. Like I don't move around as much. Yeah, I've learned, and I like it actually. I like it a lot better. Like I have learned to just stand still,
just relax and stay in place.
And I might move forward a step, and I might move to the left a step or something like that. But also like because I don't use a mic or a stand anymore, like a music stand anymore. I have like a table. I have like a round table that's next to me. I like that. So I'm very pleased.
Wonderful
with my setup. So. But it does help with hand motions too.
Yeah. Reining it in.
Yeah. So I'm playing this game on my phone. Mm-hmm. It's a wrestling game. It's called WWE Supercard. I'm like into those card type things. You know what I mean?
You're playing card games again.
I like that. And my boys are on it too. And I'm trying to maybe everybody knows they can give me some advice on this, but so they're like, all right, we're running the special because it's the Royal Rumble this weekend. Royal Rumble, okay? And it's going to be probably the biggest Royal Rumble they've ever done because they got a lot of really big names in it.
Yeah, that's how it goes every year. It's the biggest
every year is going to be the biggest. Everyone's going to be the biggest Rumble. So anyways.
You'll love it. It's great. We're going to make the Royal Rumble great again.
It's going to be great again. And huge. So anyways, it says, this is what they say. They're like, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put QR codes on our Twitter feed for a special, like, top-level card. And it's a limited time, so they'll pop up, and you got to get it as fast as you can. And once you get it, you're good to go. Okay? Mm-hmm. But I got a question. Like,
what is Twitter? That's a good question.
That's a good question. Good
question.
Okay. If I use my phone for Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
And my QR code scanner is on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
How do you scan a code on your phone with your phone?
I think you gotta
Can you help a brother out?
Take a
think so?
screenshot when it comes up.
Okay.
Send it to Faye, and then read it with your phone. Read the
I
screenshot.
don't have that kind of time.
You don't have that kind of
Okay.
time?
It is not that kind of time. There is no time.
Do you have Twitter? Do you use Twitter on your laptop?
Actually, I'm typing in right now to see if I can remember my
You're like trying to figure this out as
trying to figure this out as
excellent.
we're recording, because I can multitask.
There's probably a way to do that, but I don't know what it is. I don't even mess with Twitter because I can't constrain myself to 140 characters.
You can't?
It's just...
Well, you are like super duper smart and stuff like that.
I don't know about all that, but I am verbose.
I did it.
You did it? You figured it out?
I did it. So...
Did you get the card?
Figured it out. No. I gotta wait for another one to come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I gotta wait for another code to pop up to try.
Man, these guys, they got you right where they want you. Because you're gonna sit there on that Twitter feed all day.
You think so?
I have no idea, really. Are you that serious about the card?
No, I really am not. I'm wondering if the whole like take a picture thing is going to work though. Like if I did it and if there's a way to scan something from.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try some other things on Twitter. I'm gonna see if there's any other QR codes on Twitter that I can scan it with my phone, see if I can try to scan a picture with my phone. Yeah, I'm gonna work on that, see if I can get it going.
It should work. If not, then you're gonna have to take the screenshot of the Twitter feed, then print it out, and then read the QR code.
Like I said, it's not gonna be that much time. Literally, this last one, it popped up.
All you need is the screenshot, right?
Yeah, but listen, it popped up.
Is there a time for the code?
Yeah, well, it's a limited code, meaning as soon as there's a certain number that are taken, it's all gone.
Oh.
I know, right? And so, like,
that is challenging.
That's the challenge right there, is how to get it, just how to get it, I just don't know if I'm going to be able to I'm going to be able to pull it off. So,
don't you have some sort of millennial people that you know that you can ask or maybe have them do this for you?
You know what? I'm going to ask the Drop Bears.
You're kind of old. The what?
The Drop Bears. That's the gaming team I'm a part of. I'm going to ask all of them.
The Drop Bears?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you'd like to join the Drop Bears, Martin, since you're now on Xbox One, you can join the Drop Bears. I'll send you an invitation later. Do you guys
play any games?
Yeah.
That I play? Meaning, do you play Minecraft or Diablo 3?
No. But I told you need to go ahead and get that Astro Near, and then we can play that. We can play. Well, I haven't played with anybody yet, but you and I can play that together.
On the moon?
On the moon. It's like Minecraft on the moon.
I've got a gift card for a game.
You do?
So I need to get a game. Dave got me a gift card for Christmas.
Oh, how much is a gift card?
$25. But I've got monies too. So, I can,
You're totally
I'm not
rich.
worried about it. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I got that fat Turk money. Got that fat Turk money? That's right.
I'm up to $30. I got that $30 Turks bucks.
$30 Turk money. That's what I'm talking about.
That's right, man.
I haven't played that game in a long time. I've been playing Xbox instead of playing the Turk game. So,
yep.
Not even really been playing Xbox. I've been watching my wife play Minecraft and instead of doing that. But I still play Underworld Empire. It's pretty great.
Have you told Leia that you think she might have a problem? She's addicted to video games.
Nah.
Good call. I wouldn't do that either.
I'm okay with her playing video games. I don't have a problem with it. Go right ahead. I play video games too. I play them on my phone, and they're not very exciting, but I get distracted easily. So I'll play for like a little bit and then set it down, and that's about it.
Yeah, you keep speaking, Martin. I'm gonna try to.
You're gonna try
to get this. I'm gonna try to do this thing real quick. Okay, QR code.
Oh man, he's gonna get the QR code. He's going to try and read it off of Twitter.
Okay, so I read it off the screen. It says, this QR code has reached its maximum number of redemptions. All right. Whatever.
Oh, so too late.
See, I was
But
right,
at
though.
least you know it reads it, though.
It does read it. At least I know it reads it. And
Yeah.
So
that's something.
all right. So we're good.
Look at this. Everyone's trying to get you to use Facebook and Twitters and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I use a lot of Facebook,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I use Facebook as an internet filter. It's like, what do I need to read? What do I need to be aware of? What do I need to pay attention to?
I'll be honest with you. I almost threw Facebook out the window the other day. It just is annoying.
Oh, dude, I was livid today at some guy saying some nonsense to me. I was so mad. I don't know why.
He said it to you. What did he say? Because this is actually a part of a discussion we're going to have today. Because
Right.
I've got something that
Once we get
bothered
around to
me.
it.
Yeah, but let's start with you.
I put a quote on Facebook from a book that I'm reading.
Okay.
And he didn't necessarily agree with the quote, mostly because he's read the book that I was quoting from and didn't like it.
What's the book you're reading?
Biblical Eldership by Alexander Strauch.
Oh.
Which, I don't know, it's pretty standard for people who want to do biblical eldership.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one of the better, more well thought out books on the subject.
And this
You've
guy
probably
doesn't
got it in your library somewhere.
This guy doesn't believe in eldership?
No, it's not that he doesn't believe in eldership. I think he does believe in eldership.
He doesn't believe in the Bible?
I'm sure he does believe in the Bible, but the
I can
issue
say this because I
was-
don't know who you're talking about. I can say all
Yeah,
this.
don't worry.
I can talk to
it doesn't
trash
matter.
for you, Martin.
I don't need you to talk trash for me necessarily, but I don't think that he agrees
I'll do it anyways.
with. That's fine. You
Okay.
do what you need to do.
You're welcome.
I don't think that he was. When he first started commenting on it, it seemed like, to me at least, that he thought I was using the quote to say something other than what the author of the quote said.
Mm-hmm.
And I sort of gave a little bit of information about what he was trying to say, the context of the quote, and say, I think this is pretty well in line. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you're trying to do something like that. And that's just the vibe.
Did he call you stupid?
No, he didn't call me stupid, but he insinuated that I was, in my mind, he was insinuating that I was trying to mislead people as to what the author of the quote was trying to say, which is essentially calling me a liar, which made me so mad. Oh, I was angry, Justin. Angry.
Hold
But
on,
then
I'm
I
looking.
started-
Okay.
Oh, you're looking at it now?
I'm looking it up right now, folks. Don't worry, I'm on it.
Looking it up. I mean, this happened today, and I don't know why, but it just made me so mad. I was just, and I don't know if that comes across in what I was saying or how I was responding to him, but I don't know. Maybe I'm sure it's just me. I'm sure that I'm just being irritable or got my panties in a wad or something like that.
Are you being?
I don't know.
Are you being crotchety?
I might be being a little crotchety. Yeah. But he made me mad. I wanted to punch him in the throat.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm looking at the exchange here, and I can already tell. I'm gonna actually have to. I'm gonna have to take some time after this to read it because I'm already bored. So
already bored. Yeah. So obviously it wasn't
see a quote
that
here.
interesting in an exchange. But for me, it was just making me mad. It made me mad. I don't know why. I was just so angry.
You know what? But I'm gonna read the quote. I'm gonna read the quote that you quoted because actually,
you read the quote.
I think it's very good.
I thought it was a great quote.
I don't know what are you trying to say with this, Martin? What are you trying to say with this, Martin? But let me read the quote first, okay?
Pretty much what the quote says.
So I'm gonna read the quote.
Okay,
I'm gonna read. This is what Martin posted. Ready? I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do it in Martin's voice. Okay. Well, I found this while researching for our eldership study. Is that a pretty accurate Martin impression?
Yeah, that sounds like me. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so I found this while researching for our eldership study. A true biblical eldership is not a business-like committee. It's a biblically qualified council of men that jointly pastor the local church. Alexander Strauch in Biblical Eldership, an urgent call to restore biblical church leadership. Out. Martin Bender, out. Is that good? pretty
it
accurate.
seems like a good quote to me.
No, it's a really good quote. But what was he upset
But
about? Like,
I don't-
what did he think you were trying to say?
If you scroll down a little bit and look at his second comment, his second comment made me so mad.
All right. Yes.
It just irritated me to no
Is
end.
this a really close friend? Do you see him personally? Or is this just a Facebook
I've never met
friend?
this guy in my life. This is just a Facebook guy that
Seriously?
I know from a Facebook group. Yeah.
Let's tear him up. All right.
No,
Here we go.
no.
All right.
No.
Here we go. Let me go ahead and do it in this guy's voice.
That's not what he sounds like. Well, actually, I don't
Yes. The challenge, however, is not to take separate statements to create a dichotomy that either Strauch doesn't intend or is simply wrong.
You see what he's saying
What?
there? You see it? Do you see it?
Yeah. Wait. He thinks you're creating it. How are you even creating anything?
Right.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm looking at your quote. I'm looking at what you said before.
Man, this is riveting podcasting right here. This
is riveting stuff because, like, you didn't say that at all. You just made a point that the reason why Strauss kind of said this is all right. This is just my initial thing right here. Is that he's comparing that of how basically there's some churches that do business like eldership, all right, and just basically saying that this is a qualified New Testament eldership. This is what it's supposed to be. Biblically, this is what it's supposed to be. It's not a business-like model. That's all you said, which is exactly what I got out of that quote. I don't understand how you tried to separate, not to take separate statements. Is this like two different quotes? Like you added them together, or is it right?
No. It's right after each other.
See,
and
that's dumb. That's nitpicking.
That's why it made me so mad.
Okay.
I mean, I was irritated. I had written a response to it and then deleted it all. And I'm like, I'm not going to feed this troll. And then I was like, yes, I am. Cause
he was trolling you, dude. He was trolling you.
I think you, And I was even thinking that. I'm like, this guy is messing with me. And Cash had liked it or something. And I even Facebook messaged him and I was like, is this guy am I way off base here? Or do I need to drive to this guy's house and choke him? I mean,
Is he local that you could choke him?
No, he's not. No, I couldn't choke him. He's not local. I don't even know where he lives.
I mean, I don't particularly like to choke people over theological stuff, but I did actually the other day.
I was going to say, who has choked more people, Justin, me or you?
I've choked more people. Literally.
I'm sure you have.
Literally.
Yeah.
But just for fun.
I've only choked a couple of people, and that was because I was ordered to. So...
Okay, what does he mean when he says the one in the OP?
The one in the original post.
Did you have a different post?
No, that was the original post. See, and this is why I got increasingly frustrated, because if you read that second one, he's saying that I am trying to mislead whoever reads that quote from Strach's original intent, which I was not. And I think that's what I was trying to get across to him. But this guy, and I figured it out, and Cash helped me out with this, so thank you, Cash.
Shout out to Cash.
He doesn't like Strauch. He doesn't like the author. He didn't like the book.
But he does have the book.
He does have the book, and the study guide, he even said.
He said he might not have the study guide.
He might not have the study guide. Okay, whatever. But he doesn't like the book. This isn't even about me, which irritated me to no end. So irritated, Justin. But I'm still not over it. You see how angry I still am?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like still irritated.
No.
That's why I cannot feed the trolls, because that just makes me so mad.
You fed him a lot too, because you went back and forth.
I did, and I shouldn't have done it.
But I do. Let me commend you. All right, your last post that you put up, you were a gentleman. All right,
thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying
because Martin says, and I quote, "Your second post certainly seems to imply that I was using the quote outside of the author's intent, but I apologize if I misread that. I think he was. He has a valid point in stating that. So you even apologize. So
I did, because I was mad.
no.
I don't know how much of that came across in what I was actually writing to the guy, but I was mad. I still am.
Yeah.
I'm still angry. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me that I would be so angry about what some dude wrote on that I've never even met in real life. I've never even met this guy. So I don't even understand why
is he
I'm
a
so
friend
mad
of the
about
Two
it.
Bearded Preachers?
No, I don't. He might be. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think he listens, though.
No, because if
But-
he's a friend, he would have added me too, right? Or he just thinks I'm
Probably,
too
yeah.
stupid. Like
No,
I'm not gonna
no, he would've added
engage in his stupid
think-
banter.
I think that I friended him when I was a part of the Independent Christian Churches and Churches of Christ Facebook group that I'm no longer a part of because, well, I had beef with some of the guys in there that I just had to stop playing with them too. That's why I think it's just me. Maybe I'm just Facebook angry.
Welcome to intermission. Yeah, intermission.
Are you Facebook angry, Justin?
Yeah, I was Facebook angry big time the other day. Let me just say this. All right, I think Facebook, while there are some good things that come from Facebook, like we have Facebook stuff for our church, and good things that come from the Facebook Two Bearded Preachers podcast. That's pretty awesome.
That's right. We've
All
gotten
right.
some many listeners from that.
Yeah,
Dude, we're promoting the revival, the community revival that we're doing next week. We're doing a big time promotion through Facebook, just through shares and stuff, and we're getting tons of shares. It's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So we might get some more people to show up to this community revival for that. So there's a good side of Facebook, but I just get so Facebook angry.
Yeah, well, and the thing is that like people post people post anything and everything, and they just like everybody thinks their opinion is really great, and the truth is a lot of times they're really stupid. They're really stupid. You know, I hate to tell you guys all this, but like even me, sometimes my posts are really stupid. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, like I don't post a whole lot on Facebook right now. Unless it's for the podcast and unless it's for the church. Like those are the majority of the time I post, or every once in a while I'll throw something up, or every once in a while I'll throw a verse up there that just struck me from my daily devotions, or I'll throw up, a quote from my daily devotions and things like that, but I really don't, and I don't even look at the feed anymore. Like I don't like that. I don't do it. It drives me nuts because I see all this stupidity and I'm just like, I just like to see some more. Like, if I'm on Facebook, I want to see some more, like, funny videos of, like, guys punching kangaroos in the face. That's what I want to see. I want to see more of that.
That is high-quality stuff.
Yes.
I want to see more videos of bad lip readings of Yoda and Luke Skywalker. Did you see that one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Where they're singing the song? It's amazing. Yeah.
And then, I want to see some more of that. I want to see some more of the Aussie Man reviews and everything. I want to see more of those.
Mm-hmm.
Those are funny. But I don't want to see everybody's political stances, and I don't want to see everybody's complaints. And I don't want to see pictures of people's food anymore. Like honestly, especially if you're on a diet, it just ticks you off. To see someone else's pictures of other people's food, it just ticks you off really big time. So, anyways.
It's also frustrating seeing a picture of somebody else's salad.
Oh,
it's like,
gosh.
I don't want to see your salad.
I did have a good salad tonight, though. The Chick-fil-A Spicy Southwest salad.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for that salad. It is delish.
Dude, my buddy Heath, who preaches down in Waycross, I saw on his feed today, he had like a Facebook rant where it's like, oh, you guys, you stop fighting, and I don't want to be hearing all this arguing and all this bitterness and all this divisive talk, and if any of you try to do that divisive talk and try and shut people down, I'm just going to delete you.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I had to Facebook message him and say, you know that saying that you are going to delete people for not coming together and sharing because of divisive talk is
divisive talk.
Right?
Yeah,
you
did it.
That's what yeah. But it was a private message, so it was like, dude, you know that doesn't make any sense, right? And he was like, dude, I'm just mad because I see all this nonsense on here, and I was like, I feel you, dude. I feel you.
Yeah. But that goes with one of those things that we think something.
Yeah.
And then we're like, I'm gonna post this on Facebook. You know, maybe like if it's like the whole, you know, hey, think before you speak type thing. Let's think before we post. Let's think before we post, because a lot of the times it's really gonna be stupid and nonsense. And who cares? Like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care that your dog got out, you know, and ran away. I've done that before too. You know, I'm like, oh, my dog got out, hit him, I'm gonna shoot him. You know, I've done that before too. But honestly, I'm kind of getting over the whole thing. You know, I use it just to, you know, to share the stuff that's going on with church, and I use it to share what's going on with the two bearded preachers. So
a communication platform is what you're using it for.
Yeah. Which I think that's what it should be used for.
Isn't that what it is?
Yeah, which is a complaint center.
Well, you know why I posted that quote on there in the first place?
What?
It was to show the elders on my church who use Facebook that, hey, I'm reading this book that we're going to be reading together.
Yeah.
And I wanted to essentially show them, hey, I'm actually reading this book, you guys. We're actually going to talk about it. Make sure you're reading it too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like a subtle sort of thing. So then when the guy started saying that I was... that I might have been inappropriately quoting the book. It made me
You should have
mad.
taken a picture of it. Should have taken a picture of it and sent it. Actually, you should go back and do that right now.
Well, it's in the office. And,
well, do it tomorrow. First thing in the morning, you open that book up, you take a picture, you send it right to him. You put it on Facebook. He called you out in front of everybody else. You put it back on him. Like, right there. You put it back on him.
I already put it back on him because I told him what page it was on. I did all that stuff.
You should have. I still think
told
you
him
should.
where it was.
Well, yeah. He still doesn't believe you. So.
Well, he said he had the book, so it's all good.
Yeah, he's going to feel really dumb when he opens up that book and he sees that quote.
He's not going to open up the book. Look, some clown you don't know tells you that you're wrong, which is essentially what I did to him. I told him that he was wrong and said, here, look it up. Are you actually going to look it up, or are you just going to continue trolling?
Chances are I'm going to continue trolling.
Yeah,
chances are
right.
I'm going to tell you, listen, chances are I'm going to tell you that I have the book when in fact I don't have the book.
Well, I'm looking at it right now, and you're wrong.
I'm looking at it right now. It's not there, you know, because I'm like, I got nothing in my hand. I'm going, you know, just because I'm trolling. That's what I'm doing. I'm trolling. So
I feel like I got trolled.
Okay,
I feel like I played right into his hands.
This right here brings up a very good thing that happened to me. It didn't happen to me, but it, you know, with the little Facebook.
You witnessed it.
I witnessed it because. Like, a lot of times people, like, I had that complaint where I was doing that devotional, okay? And just so you know, I just want to let you know. Remember I said I did this devotional, and it was basically all about, like, having a purpose, you know, like, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, vision statement, you know, which we have that kind of stuff for church, and it's all about, like, a personal vision statement for your life, you know? I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool, whatever. And so I figured, you know, hey, I'll give this a go. Let me see what it's like. And it basically said, it was like, the reason why Jesus succeeded in life was because he had a vision he had a personal vision statement. And I go, that's a bunch of garbage. The reason why Jesus succeeded is because he's Jesus. Like, let's just say it. Right. I mean, he is God in the flesh. He's Jesus, which is why he succeeded. So, like, I have, like, a big problem when we kind of put, like, what is the word I'm thinking of? It's like when we put, like, human, it's the no. Is that it? Human qualities to God.
Anthropomorphism.
Anthropomorphism. Yeah, one of the anthros. Okay?
Yeah.
So anyways, the anthros. So anyways,
the dual nature of Jesus in that he's 100% God and 100% man is a difficult doctrine.
Very difficult
I'm with
doctrine.
you.
But
It's a difficult
at
doctrine.
the same time, like there are certain things you can attribute to Jesus, like, you know, because Scripture even says, "Oh, he got hungry.
Yes.
He got tired. He bled."
Yes.
You know, like these are all things. Yeah, these were human qualities that he had. But then when we start
Right.
assigning things like, well, the reason why you explain his success or you explain how he accomplished things, other than him being God, okay, by the
Right.
power of God, other than that, it frustrates me, okay?
Yeah.
And so I came across a friend of ours that posted
That's
something along these lines, and I was just like, I want to call him out.
Don't feed the trolls, Justin.
I said I wanted to call him out. I was just like, because like there's two other quotes. Oh yeah, this is fantastic. Oh, exactly. Do this, do that. You know, and
You just wanted to put up a poop emoticon right after that?
I can't even remember what it was. I took a picture of it and sent it to you because I was all like, can I call this guy out? And I knew the answer already. I knew I wasn't going to. It's not because that I'm not bold enough, because I think we all know that I'm very bold and I pretty much say what I think, and I'll pretty much say anything. I think we've all realized that.
Yeah. We're on board.
But I like him. He is a friend of mine. And so like I knew I wasn't going to call him out, but I threw it out to you and I said, "Hey, can I call this guy out about this crap theology?" Because that's what it was.
Yeah.
And you go, "Well, if you don't want to be friends anymore, go right ahead." That's what you said. And I was like, "Yeah, I know. And I like him, so I isn't like, I'm going to go ahead." And he goes, "Well, if you're really concerned about his theology, then this is you again. This is, hold on, let me hear your voice. Well, if you're really concerned about theology, well, then you should probably private message him." And you were exactly right. If I'm really concerned, which honestly, I'm not really that concerned, because I think what happens that we do is we read books, these kind of feel good books sometimes, and we like, and I do it too. We read these feel good books and it makes us feel good and we want to tell the whole world, and we,
That's right.
So I don't really think there's a whole lot of question about the dude's theology and everything like that. But this was theologically horrible and stupid, this quote. Anyways, I wanted to say,
not everything is as sharp as we'd like it to be.
No. And I said to you, am I just getting old and crotchety? Am I getting old and crotchety, man? Is that what it is? Because I kind of feel like I am. Like that bothered me. And I'm not the kind of guy that, like, things don't really bother me. I'm actually a pretty chill guy. Like, the last, year or so, I've relaxed a lot. Like, things roll off my back, I don't care. I can just go with the flow. I can talk without getting angry about most things, unless it's Joel Osteen and his perfectly formed jawline. I don't want to punch that guy right in there. I just want to break that jaw.
He's so pretty.
He's so pretty, I just want to hurt him. And,
went wrong with you, psycho boy?
Yeah.
I wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Yeah. So anyways, but
I love Fight Club.
So anyways, it bothered me, and I didn't say anything because I'd rather have a friendship than,
That's right.
I like to, the next time I see this individual, I don't want it to be like, "Oh, hey,
weird.
You're the one that was a total jerk to me on Facebook." I don't want to do that.
Right.
And if I did call somebody out, Martin is exactly right. You should do it in private. For example, that gentleman probably should have called you out in private.
If he really had a concern about it, then he should have.
Yeah.
That's the frustrating part. Because if you look at the Bible's way to settle disagreements, you're supposed to go to that individual in private and solve the problem. And if you can't solve the problem, then you're supposed to bring an elder or two along with you.
Yeah.
And then if you still can't get it out on the basis of 2 or 3 witnesses, your elders that you brought along with you, you're supposed to iron it out. Now, I don't know how that plays out in a world where somebody on Facebook that I met through a Facebook group where the links that we have are, I don't know, some similar theology and maybe read some of the same guys. We're not going to be able to agree on elders, because it ain't like the elders at my church or his elders are my elders. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to be coming from different places as far
Different
as
backgrounds.
the spiritual authorities over us are concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of problems. Maybe we should just, I don't know, just delete Facebook off our phones and, stop talking to other people.
Nah, I don't think that's the answer. That's a bad answer.
Probably not going to work.
No, I don't think that's going to work. So,
but it's an option.
It is an option. You are correct, sir.
Hey, man, I've known a bunch of people who have done social media fasts or whatever because this was like a regular thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, one of the reasons that's why I leave Facebook groups. Like if they're too serious and get all worked up and it gets me worked up, then I just don't participate in that anymore.
I ain't got no time for that. I don't got time to get worked up about people's posts. Like I vented to Faye yesterday because it wasn't just that post. It was a couple other ones.
It was a number of them.
Yeah, it wasn't just
a lot of noise, huh?
Yeah, there was a lot of noise, and I just said Facebook has annoyed me today. It is like this is just stupid. I said that. I said this is just stupid, and I just walked. And that's the thing. Like even today, I wasn't on Facebook, but I sat there and I was like, all right, there's Facebook. I am not going to look at it, and I didn't look at it for like half the day, which made me feel so good. Yeah, and then when I did look at it, I saw a moment from when Jonas and I were playing Battleship, and I said, "I'm going to repost
I saw that picture.
That is
beautiful.
That's beautiful right there, And I was like, "Hey, I wonder if he could beat me now." Which he couldn't. Let's just be honest with ourselves. I'm strategic genius right here, folks. Okay,
he's got you.
He ain't got no man. I'll get him. I'll get him. So strategic genius here. All right. I can beat a 9-year-old any day of the week. Just want to clarify that. Any day.
I don't know about 10-year-olds, but 9-year-olds.
Yeah, 9-year-old I've got, so. Can I put back the lesson we've learned from our discussion today?
Yeah, because I'm a little fuzzy on
it. Yeah, here it is. Facebook sucks. That's what we've learned. Facebook sucks.
Yeah. Are you going to stop using it?
No.